Hello and welcome back to the 49th episode of The Rule of Two here on the C Cinema Reviews channel. We're very happy that you joined us for this week's episode of our Star Wars show here on the C Cinema Reviews channel. And with me, as always, is Misa Sista.
That's right.
And we're back. We're obviously talking Star Wars. And this week, not the greatest of news because, Celebration is coming up. And so we got a couple things, to talk about. First off is the solid concrete evidence. We got a new Star Wars book, which is called Dooku Jedi Lost, which for me is like, dude, your grammar's terrible. So that's a new book. Apparently is audio only, so you will not be able to actually read the book, which is very interesting. Very interesting to me. Hopefully they'll do some pretty cool stuff in this. So I'm assuming that's going to be like an Audible and your apps where you get audiobooks. And then we have a rumor mill, that the Mando is going to be renewed after season 1 for a season 2, which we get it.
Yeah.
We get it. But, if you enjoy this video and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button if you do like it. And let's, tell us what your thoughts are on these topics and our thoughts on the topics in the comment section down below. We'd always like to have a conversation with you guys on Star Wars. So, with that being said, let's get into it. We got a new Star Wars book, our new announced Star Wars book, Dooku Jedi Lost. They have the official synopsis from Del Rey. Del Rey has done, I think they've done like Lost Stars and those books. But the synopsis is Darth Tyrannus, Count of Sereno, leader of the Separatists, a red saber, unsheathed in the dark. But who was he before he became the right hand of the Sith? As Dooku courts a new apprentice, the hidden truth of the Sith's Lord's past begins to come to light. Dooku's life began as one of privilege, born within the stony walls of his family's estate, orbited by the funeral moon, where the bones of his ancestors lie interred. That's how you say it. But soon his Jedi abilities are recognized and he is taken from his home to be trained in the ways of the Force by the legendary Master Yoda. So we'll get some Yoda in here, which is pretty cool. As he hones his power, Dooku rises through the ranks, befriending fellow Jedi Sifo Dyas. That's some lore right there. And taking a Padawan of his own, the promising Qui-Gon Jinn, and tries to forget his life that he once led, but he finds himself drawn by a strange fascination with the Jedi Master Lina Costana. And the mission she undertakes for the Order, finding and studying ancient relics of the Sith in preparation for the eventual return of the deadliest enemies the Jedi have ever faced. Caught between the world of the Jedi, the ancient responsibilities of his lost home, and the alluring power of the relics, Dooku struggles to stay in the light even as the darkness begins to fall. It's written by author Kevin Scott, who wrote some of the younger kids' books, Ventures in Wild Space. And it's apparently it's going to be about Ventress finding out about Dooku's past. So we could get some...
Is that the bald lady in the picture?
The bald lady, yes, Asajj Ventress.
I figured, but she's blue.
Well,
That could be the other lady that they're talking about.
No, they talk about Ventress here in Star Wars Newsnet. Star Wars Newsnet. You want to get news? Go to Star Wars Newsnet.
She's not blue. She's like super...
No, but maybe it's like the reflection of Dooku's blue. Let me see. No, Dooku Sith assassin Asajj Ventress as she sets out on a mission to uncover the secrets of her master, Count Dooku, including his reasons for leaving the Jedi Order.
Oh.
So, yeah.
This sounds like something that if you read it, you're like a real sweaty nerd.
Yeah.
And when people are so like, oh, I kind of think Dooku's cool, and then you could just like... all kinds of stuff you just know about him. This is for the real sweaties. I highly doubt this will get you know.
Well, I mean, it's not even getting print version, so you're only going to be able to listen to it, which is pretty cool to me.
Which is what everybody should do anyway, because
yeah,
reading a Star Wars
it's
book
coming
without
next
Star
month
Wars
though
music
too. Usually,
is
I know, right? If you are reading books, what are you doing? Plus, if you want to keep reading, like actually reading Star Wars books, put some Star Wars music on your phone. Get the soundtracks off of YouTube or wherever you get them, but put that on. Believe me, it will sync up. That's just how it works.
Yeah. When I was reading the Solo book, the moment where he first goes into space was paired with, not by any like me tinkering with it at all, but it went with Luke looking at the two suns, and I was just like,
twin
oh, this is
suns
perfect.
thing. Yeah. It's kind of like when people say that like albums and movies like line up. It's just Star Wars. John Williams, his music is timeless. It works for anything.
Right.
So yeah, if you are reading it, definitely do that. You'll thank us. Trust me.
This sounds cool. I definitely like Ventress a lot.
Ventress is interesting. It's gonna be cool because it seems like at least in the synopsis, it says as Dooku courts a new apprentice. So she's like, he's trying to get her as his apprentice, but she's like, let me figure out who this guy is. Sure. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. She's not gonna trust him like she does when you see her in the Clone Wars, and even in the Clone Wars, he betrays her.
Trust her.
Yeah.
Or she doesn't trust him.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I've never been a huge Dooku fan, but I mean, I'd like to listen to it.
Yeah, me neither.
Because I like Ventress and the whole, like, his past being a part of the Jedi. Yeah. That's all very interesting.
Yeah, so. there's going to be a bunch of lore in this. When they mention names like Sifo Dyas and then things like Sith relics, it's going to be very interesting to see how that pans out. Because we have seen Sith relics in the comics before with Lord Moment's helmet, how it kind of holds his essence. Or a part of him in some way.
Sifo Dyas is the guy that gets the clones, right?
Sifo Dyas is the guy that Dooku kills. I think he kills. Yeah, Sifo Dyas is the dude that Dooku kills and then takes his identity and makes the clones. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. It'll be. I wonder if like he's going to actually be a friend of him, and then as he goes down the path to the dark side, you see his like.
You were the chosen one.
Yeah, it would be very interesting to see that because it's like when he's a friend and then you see the dark side take over and it's like, dude, even the dark side messes with you so much that you would kill your own friends.
Right.
It's that'll be pretty cool. I'm very interested in the Sith relics. What's Jedi Master? I think it's Lene. Is it Lene?
I don't know.
Lene Costana. We'll see how the audiobook says it, so I'm sorry if I say it wrong. But Master Costana, yeah. She has a mission with finding ancient Sith relics in preparation for the eventual return of the deadliest enemies that the Jedi have ever faced.
Right.
So, this might be set before episode 1.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Well, I mean, because you don't hear Dooku mention at all in episode 1. And so it's...
Well, you can just imagine they were like, okay, let's prepare for this because it always seems to come back. And then when they try to, it bites them and he leaves or becomes this horrible...
It could be the thing that you're trying to... The thing you're trying to do to protect yourself is a thing that could hurt you at the same time, Yeah. It would be very interesting. We're going to get some Yoda, obviously, in here. We're going to get some Qui-Gon Jinn, which he seems to be making a comeback. At least in some... maybe not in the movies, but, in the legends and stuff like that. I can't wait for Master and Apprentice. That'll be great. But yeah, this is pretty cool because it seems like we're gonna get a deeper look. Well, we're obviously gonna get a deeper look into Dooku, but I wonder how deep of a look we'll get into Asajj Ventress because she has had her own book with Dark Disciple. She has had a bunch of Clone Wars episodes where Dooku betrays her and we see all that kind of stuff. She becomes a bounty hunter, so it'll be very interesting to see. I think I'm very excited for this book because I like me some Sith.
Yeah.
I like me some Sith lore.
Great character. She actually has a little part when Ahsoka kind of is by Barriss Offee.
Oh yeah, she's framed by Barriss. Yeah, she kind of helps her.
Yeah, well,
gets her lightsabers taken away. Wow.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I like Asajj Ventress as a character more than I like Ahsoka.
Well, I mean, everybody likes the person who, is a heel and turns face.
I like her because she's dead.
Is she dead?
Yeah, she dies in Dark Disciple. Spoilers.
Yeah. That book's old.
That book's old. You don't get mad at us, okay? But I'm kind of like personally I'm really excited for the Sith stuff. I hope we get some juicy lore in there. Maybe mentions of Revan or Bane or something that could happen in the Benioff and Weiss stuff. That would be very interesting to see them like planting the seeds. Maybe Momin pops up. Because we do know somehow the Jedi do get Momin's helmet.
I would love for them to just surprise everybody and not do anything like that at all.
Oh, that would be terrible.
It'd
be great because they're amazing.
In the Old Republic.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if we get Momin, his helmet, because somehow the Jedi get that helmet into their like little stash of Sith relics. They get holocrons too. I'd be super interested to see Sith holocrons come back. I know we did see them in the Rebels with Maul, but we didn't really see what like the teachings that the people who made the holocrons put into them, like we see in the Bane books. So it'd be interesting to see if he learns from some of those. That would be pretty cool. So
I have no interest in any of that kind
of stuff. I get so nostalgic for hearing Bane, like remembering Bane being taught by Darth Undedu.
Yeah, I don't really like the idea of like relics and like everything,
We've seen very small amounts of them, like Momin. We've seen them in the Aftermath books with the Followers of Darkness, I think that they were called. Getting buying Darth Vader's lightsaber, or so they think it's Darth Vader's lightsaber. It's pretty cool. It's just
boring to me.
Really?
Yeah, like we're gonna go here and find this relic.
It's not Indiana Jones style to you.
I mean, that's good, and it's like beloved, and also it's Harrison Ford.
Yeah, that's true.
And also Sean Connery. Like,
well, we did have more Sith stuff in. Wasn't it? I think it was Momin's helmet when Lando stole it, and then the cat people.
That was cool, but Lando.
You need a good character.
The only way I would like this is because of the characters, and
we never know. Master Kastana could be like that swashbuckling.
No, this is definitely fine. Like, I like Dooku, I like Asajj. I'm gonna more or less like the story, even if I don't care about the relics part.
Because you'll get a lot of stuff of what the Jedi is going through.
But they don't have to work as hard. Whereas, like, if Benioff and Weiss, if they are gonna go down that route, they have to bring in great characters.
Oh yes.
And
but they know how to do it.
But not necessarily, like, they can't really bring in ones we know. So it's gonna be an uphill battle for me.
They could.
Well, no, I don't want that.
They could do Bane.
Anyway,
I'm excited for the book. I think it's really cool and it's interesting that it comes out next month. Usually they announce books far in advance. Master and Apprentice and the Thrawn book. The Thrawn book comes out like August, something like that. Master and Apprentice was announced last year, I think.
They're throwing us bones.
It's pretty good though. I think it's really cool. We do have Celebration in 10 days, which it's gonna be pretty amazing.
Game of Thrones.
10 days. Yeah, we have Game of Thrones
and WrestleMania in 7 days.
Ooh, there's so much stuff. I gotta catch up on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Trying real hard.
Monday Night Raws tomorrow.
Yeah.
Things are gonna be great.
It's
gonna be a great couple of weeks.
It's gonna be a great year. Gotta be honest for us sweaty nerds. Anyway, let's move on. Tell us your thoughts in the comment section about that book. If you're gonna read it, if you're excited, if you care,
Rumor.
if you don't care.
Rumor.
Rumors
Yes.
that the first live-action Star Wars television series, The Mandalorian, which will be, on Disney Plus, which is another streaming service I gotta pay for, that it will get our season 2. I think that this is a no-brainer.
Obviously.
Because you have an immense amount of talent.
Yeah.
They are not, and it's not to say that their other TV shows aren't talented, right? Clone Wars, obviously great, beloved. Rebels, most people enjoyed it, Resistance, we still have to see. Not to say that guys like Dave Filoni and the guys who have done those things aren't talented, but this is like...
Oh, but also Dave Filoni is a part of this, so...
Yes, Dave Filoni is a part of this.
He is a part of the
We
talent.
have talent both behind the camera and in front of the camera. I think it's honestly going to be a really awesome, cool, fun adventure. And I can't wait for it. But it's getting a season 2. It's probably going to get a season 2. Rumor that it's getting a season 2.
I would expect nothing less.
Yeah, which...
And this is this is basically what Netflix does. They order 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And then we have to wait 7 years
because
for the
they
next
know
one.
people are going to watch it because they're already paying for it. Why would you pay for it and not watch something?
Right.
And this is the biggest thing that's going to be on Disney Plus.
I just hope they draw it out. Do it however many episodes, 13 or 10 or 8 or 6 or...
I think it's 10.
Whatever it is.
Something like that.
Don't just
release it all at one time or no? Or release it week after week?
I'd be fine with the week after week. Just because you'd get that Game of Thrones vibe. But
yeah, that's
also
true. That's very true. Everybody would talk about it throughout the week, and it wouldn't be just like, "Are you finished? Are you finished?"
Yeah, because Thrones is leaving, so they have a perfect.
Thrones is leaving. Yeah, Thrones will be done, and so the sweaty fan base will need a new, high octane, high budget show.
And you have a Game of Thrones guy.
And you have Pedro Pascal, Game of Thrones, the
Martell.
No.
Isn't he a Martell?
No, he's no, really?
Yeah, he was definitely a Martell.
Yes, I'm thinking sorry.
Anyway, I think this is a no-brainer. It's just order 2 seasons. You're going to get 2
It's going to be
anyway.
good. It's going to be good.
Just and also I don't know where this is Star Wars News now, right?
Yes.
They have this really cool school.
It's at least Boba Fett's Mandalorian seal.
But I don't know what animal is that because it looks crazy. I'd like to see that in real life.
Yeah.
I mean, on screen,
yeah.
In real life.
Maybe from afar.
Yes. No, but this is gonna be great.
It's this year is going to be an amazing year, and what I was saying about this is going to be your big deal on Disney Plus. Yes, you're gonna have your Scarlet Witch stuff. You're gonna have your Loki series, but let's just be honest about this here. This is Star Wars,
Yeah.
This is something that this is something that is cherished, and if you do it right, this is something that can totally be as big as Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I feel as far as the talent, they've just gotten hit after.
They got a bunch of Game of Thrones people too.
Even Ludwig Göransson, the score, he's doing the score for the composer. He just won an Oscar for Black Panther.
Yeah.
These people are incredible.
I'm very excited.
You have Bryce Dallas Howard and
it's very interesting to see Star Wars. I like it though that they're you know what, movies will go for no-name people or at least unknown people in front of the screen for our big characters, right? In the show, they're get talent because we get talent because talent works,
Yeah.
Talent, that's how it is. Super excited for it. I think that this is kind of an obvious thing that that this type of show will get more than one season. I hope very much that Jon Favreau has an end to it because, in my opinion, all great TV series that aren't sitcoms and stuff like that have to have, they have to be complete. You don't be Supernatural and get 15 episodes, 15 seasons,
I think Dave Filoni, he was announced as the showrunner Oh, no, it's Jon Favreau.
No, it's Jon Favreau.
Dave Filoni, with him in there, he knows how to, like, he did 4 seasons of Rebels, and it was great. That was the end.
Yeah.
That was fine. Obviously, Clone Wars, it was longer, but he had an end. There was an end there, and they're going to finally come out with the end.
Finally. When? We don't know.
But, no, it's definitely this season. What is it, the 10th season?
Maybe. What?
9th?
Clone Wars?
8th. 7th.
Clone Wars would be like the 7th.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's still a good number. Anyway,
I want them
these
to
people,
have
I feel like
end. Yeah.
They'll be good.
I feel like Jon Favreau, he's going to have so much fun, but Disney's like, can we get one more live action, Disney film? Sooner rather than later.
This is why I would like an anthology, because you can just keep going and change out the cast every 2 seasons.
That's what I was saying. I think that, like, one season, if you had an anthology within Star Wars, 1, 2 seasons, maybe 3 at the most, and then you move on, and then you don't get bogged down by, having to have people not do things, not do anything else for long periods of time.
Right.
I think that, like, 4 seasons is where it should be, the max. Obviously, we see things like Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones, who have gone for 5+ seasons. Breaking Bad with 5. Game of Thrones is going to be 8. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying, like, for Star Wars, like, Game of Thrones, let's just be honest. That is a huge story. That is a worldwide story that has to take place over a long time because you have so many people. The Mandalorian seems like it's going to be very small, at least at the beginning. It could branch out, but it seems like it's going to be kind of a smaller thing.
Star Wars in general, though, I feel like it works better when they starve us a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it creates that hunger and...
Yeah.
Especially,
That's true.
What we've seen... I mean, Star Wars is not perfection. I mean, it never was, but
Yes, it was.
with Episode 8, it split a lot of people.
Yeah. And Solo did as well.
And so you could see how, like, maybe they should realize that, like, oh, you don't need to just put out stuff because you need content.
Right, exactly.
Just wait, take your time. We will be there when you're ready to put out the best you have.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
This is going to be good.
It makes sense.
Season 2 makes sense, and I think, all of these people are really great. Pedro Pascal, Gina Carano. Well, she's not great.
Favreau.
Yeah.
They have a
Carl Weathers.
They have a great amount of talent. I feel like they have a great amount of respect for the property, and I feel like they're all going to bring their A game because nobody wants to be in the bad Star Wars movie or the bad Star Wars TV show,
What do you think of Taika Waititi voicing IG-88?
That's fine. I don't think they're going to change the character to be a Korg type. Just because we've already...
I don't think he would do a Korg.
No, I know that, but like, with Taika, you think of the comedy that he brings. I don't think that they would do that. IG-88 might be funny, but I don't think they're going to change him because we have seen him in Episode 5. We have seen him in the Clone Wars. We have seen him in other things where he wasn't, cracking jokes and being funny.
Right.
So that, like, to me, that's fine. That's cool. It's like, Taika, hey, you want to be a character in Star Wars? Do this.
Yeah, that came out earlier. Maybe it was last week. I don't know. But it also... Star Wars Newsnet is reporting that Bryce Dallas Howard also has a role, which no brainer.
It could be, it could be another voice, or like a character who needs a voice. I'm still super excited for Giancarlo Esposito, who's my man from Breaking.
Giancarlo.
Is it Gene?
Giancarlo. I think pretty sure that's one.
I'm sorry, Giancarlo Esposito. I'm my man from Breaking Bad. Dude is amazing in that. So yeah, I'm super pumped. I think it's great. I hope he survives for season 1. It's kind of interesting because you never know. It's a new Star Wars movie or a Star Wars TV show, and you never know if they're going to be the type of people to be like, let's move on from this character or let's keep him around. Obviously Dave Filoni does not like moving on from characters.
Which I'm not angry with.
A little bit. So we don't know if Jon Favreau is one of those kind of guys.
He's gonna show you how much he can kill off characters.
That would be amazing.
In Lion King.
Yeah, well, he kind of has to. Yeah, I think that's why Jon Favreau might do something like taking out characters, because you understand it can help the story. Sometimes for the story to be the best version of itself, some characters need to exit stage right, or they need to be taken out.
I actually haven't seen very many of these people act, aside from Pedro Pascal, who actually have never seen his seasons of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Just clips.
I
saw him in Triple
Frontier, which is pretty good.
Gina Carano, I've seen her, I think.
Yeah, she was in Deadpool.
Bryce Dallas Howard, yes. Yeah. And Taika Waititi in The Green Lantern, I've seen act. But
I don't remember him in that.
Everybody else, I have... I mean, I know who some of these people are, but I just don't remember actually seeing them act. But I'm sure they're all great. Like, they come with raving reviews. So I'm excited and happy. Like, I can't wait for this to come out. And I'm sure we're going to get a trailer at Celebration. Because
10 days.
They announced the panel for them. So if they're going to have a panel, I hope they don't just show more pictures.
They better not. Favreau, please.
That's what your Instagram's for. Thank you
Instagram
so much
is for pictures. You make me watch a full panel. You better give me a trailer.
Exactly.
Dude, 10 days until we get the best, like trailer upon trailer upon. There might even be a trailer for the Fallen Jedi game, which I would be so excited for. There's obviously going to be a season 2 trailer for Resistance, because that has already gotten a season 2, like, that's been confirmed. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be that. There's going to be another trailer for Clone Wars. We've got at least 4 trailers we got, and then, like Cassian, we'll probably hear that Cassian is going to go into production at the end of this year or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's going to be so much in only 10 days. It starts in 10. When do you know is the episode 9 panel? Is that day 1?
I would imagine that's day 2. I don't know for sure.
What is day? We have to figure out what day 1 is. Do they have? We'll figure it out, okay? We'll figure it out. We'll get back to you next week on, like, the list of when things are happening for Celebration, because that's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. There's going to be trailers. There's going to be trailer reactions on this channel. If you want to see my trailer reaction to all of these trailers, I will do every single trailer. That's including Clone Wars. That's including Resistance if they put one out. That's including Mando and Episode 9 and whatever other trailers you have for maybe a game. We're not doing mobile games, okay? Those things are the bane of my existence. I'm not paying you for a better character.
Okay.
Anyway, you'll be getting trailer reactions up on this channel in 10 days or, whenever they come out. So definitely be checking back here for those. I'm excited for the book, because we get some Sith stuff. I'm very excited for the Mando probably getting a season 2. And tell us your thoughts in the comment section down below. We would always love to have a conversation with you.
You excited, George?
George, are you excited to see the Mando? Are you excited?
I know JJ's excited.
I know George came up with Dooku. I hope you're excited for that. I think he came up with Asajj as well. I hope you're excited for that book, to see them expand upon the lore that you created, the amazing lore that you created. Benioff and Weiss, if they announce Old Republic at Star Wars Celebration, what? You can go. It will now be called the Rule of One. I am currently looking for an apprentice. But if you guys do Old Republic and they announce it, there, a standing ovation for me. JJ, give us that trailer, please be on day
Obviously,
1. Please give us that trailer on day 1.
Maybe not.
On day 1, I want it in 10 days. 10 days. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode of The Rule of 2. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you had fun. We hope you can tell us your thoughts in the comment section down below. Anything else you would like to say?
Shmee shmee.
Shmee! Yes, Shmee. Oh,
That's
Shmee.
it. Just Shmee.
Yeah.
Not
Shmee.
I don't have anything.
She,
to say.
Padme tried to get you. Sorry. Should have stuck around.
Should have stayed in slavery.
Should have stayed in slavery. You might have lived. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode of The Rule 2, and may the Force be with you.
Always.